it is said actually that you can take care of yourself in all sorts of ways. You can take care of your diet, take care of your exercise routine, but if you don't get in the adequate and the right amount of sleep, and the right quality of sleep, that is, then of course it renders everything redundant. So that's why sleep is very important, and today's topic of discussion is, of course, in line with getting yourself a proper, you know, getting yourself some adequate rest. Being Cloud9 and Rest Assured. Now, these are two of the most, how can I say, two of the best brands out there with regards to bedding and beds and mattresses. And I'm joined here today by Calvin, a representative from Cloud9 and Rest Assured, and he's going to be taking us through these brands, why exactly choose them when purchasing a bed, and of course, just give us some peace of mind in terms of their after-sales service. So, Calvin, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And yes, we're very excited to have you here. So, I think first and foremost, Calvin, why exactly choose Cloud9 or Rest Assured? What makes them so special?
Yeah, so basically, Cloud9, I'm going to start off just with Cloud9 first and go a bit into detail about Rest Assured as well. So, Cloud9 is a fully funded category. It's a proudly manufactured South African product. Our head office is in Strand in the Western Cape, where we manufactured all these beds that is on the floor. And then we obviously distribute to our retailers, which MHC is one of. And you guys can always come in and have a view and a feel for the beds. Why Cloud9? Firstly, Cloud9, like I already said, is fully foam encased. Secondly, there's obviously the variations through weight, type of foam, comfortability, those kind of things. So we cater for basically any type of sleep, any way a type of person sleeps. Our beds are accommodating for that. So when you come into the store, please take a moment, go into the position where you normally sleep and find how it feels for you. If you've got back issues, pain lower back issues, shoulder issues, those kind of things, Cloud9 is also a very nice product to use, specifically gives you the necessary support. And and then also if you go a little bit further, like for example, a Camden, for example, is a mattress that got fully foam, but it's also got a very nice blue gel foam on top, which helps with the comfortability and those kind of things. So it makes it a nice variation of products that we've got. For example, we've got a Caraflex here today, especially those as the Caraflex is for any weight spec person from 60 up to max weight. So this is a very, very popular brand that we stock at the moment and sell. And it's got a 2-year guarantee and a 25-year warranty. So it also protects the consumer, obviously. He knows he's protected when he buys a product from Cloud9 and Rest Assured, in the sense of guarantee and warranties as well.
Interesting. Okay, now having that said, now these are items here from Cloud9 that are on display, but obviously you guys have a lot more.
Yeah. So we've got we started off with a premier brand, then you get an ultra premier, and you get an entry level. So there's a few options, and within those entry levels, ultra and premium and the apex range, there's a few models inside of that as well. And so then it gets a little bit more confusing in regards to people say, how do I choose? So for me, normally what I tell my customers, you need to feel the bed, because you spend the most time on the bed. You need to sleep. It needs to give you the right support. So it can have everything, the most latest technology inside. But if the bed doesn't feel right for you, then it's not your bed. Yeah. So that's how you normally do it, except from weight and height and all of those kind of things. I think the most important part is you need to get a feel for the mattress. Yeah.
Now, very important, ladies and gentlemen, we have, of course, added a link in the description of this video. So those of you that would like to purchase our range of Cloud9 and Rest Assured beds from the online store, please, you're more than welcome to do that. As Calvin here mentioned, it is very important that you actually bring yourself to our store to feel the bed for yourself, so that you can actually just feel which bed personally is suited for you, because it is, of course, a visual.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, now let's divert a bit to Rest Assured. What can you tell us about Rest Assured as a brand?
So just one thing on your question that you asked me about the Cloud9s as well. I just want to mention that if you purchase a Cloud 9, it's got zero movement technology, which means whatever the person on this side does, how he turns, how he sleeps, doesn't affect this person on the other side. So whatever we in the older days, when you buy a bed and you rotate, your partner will feel it.
Yes.
In this case, there's no movement like that. So whatever you do, your partner won't feel.
Of course, yes. So
And that's obviously a very good and an advanced technology that we are using in our mattresses.
And a very handy feature as well.
Yeah,
I
of
must
course.
say, because I mean, obviously we all know of a certain partner that we might have that might complain about any movement that's made whatsoever. So I think that's a very important feature, especially for people that have two people resting in the same bed at a time. Okay, so rest assured. What can you tell us about rest assured?
So rest assured is in rest assured range. There's also different types of rest assured. So it's a foamed encased base mattress as well. But there's three spring systems that we use. So you get the Brunel system, you get the pocket spring system, and then you also get the matrix system. Okay, and different. So let's just give a bit of an overview of what it is. Matrix it's one of the oldest technologies that has been used in spring beds. Where very good, for example, the Superpedic has a matrix spring system in. It's a very good bed. But then people wants to get a little bit later technologies, and then we move over to, for example, to a pocket spring. I don't have a sample of that. The St. Andrews, for example, very good mattress that we are also selling. And that, for example, a pocket spring it's the spring system, and then over the spring system goes a pocket. It looks like a pocket. So basically, that's where with a spring system for a matrix system. If you go on the line, the full system is working. With a pocket spring, it's only where the weight are distributed on the mattress where the spring system only works. So again, less body movement, less body. So whatever you will do here, if there's less movement within the other side of the partner that sleeps next to you, so it helps a little bit. And then obviously with a pocket spring, it's a little bit stronger as well. In the matrix, for example, where it helps for a person that's a little bit heavier. So you will also find that your pocket springs can take a little bit more weight than for example, your matrix range can do. So that's something that you also need to keep in consideration. I mentioned it a few times already within Cloud 9 and rest assured. Always make sure that you buy the mattress according to your weight spec as well. The reason for that is a bed is specifically made for a certain weight. And if you go over that, then the mattress can become saggy, or it can obviously become an issue for you to sleep on, and it doesn't necessarily give you the necessary support that you need. Yes. So that's very important to make sure when you purchase a bed or a base set, that you purchase a bed that is recommended for your weight spec. And of course, like I already said, the feel for.
Yeah, indeed. Now we mentioned about the strength of this particular range of rooms. Let's quickly touch base on the warranty and the guarantee as well.
So obviously Cloud9 and rest assured, both beds, and it depends again from which range you are purchasing from, but all our beds has a 2-year guarantee in rest assured and in Cloud9, and then depends, some got a 15-year warranty and up to 25 years warranty.
25 years. Yeah, that speaks volumes of confidence you have in your products.
Yeah,
so
most definitely.
That's something to just take note of, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but I think I'm very convinced of the quality of your products. Obviously, they're very good, and you guys are very confident with what you're giving to your customers. But something that I think a lot of people might wonder about is the after-sales service. Obviously, it's all good and well, you guys have a good product, but how do you accommodate your customers after the sales?
So yes, obviously, firstly, Cloud9 doesn't supply directly to the customer, but we use a certain retailer group. For example, in this case, MHC. You can always contact MHC if you've got a problem with your bed or whatever the case may be. They're contacting us. We've got a service department that goes out to the customer. We arrange a time and date where we can go out to them, see what's going on with the bed. If it's in warranty and it's a manufacturing fault, for example, on the mattress, after weighed in it, we exchange the mattress for the customer. So it's not just or the customer. It's not just for us in saying you bought a mattress from us or from our customer, and now it's all doing well and you live on your own. It's never like that. So, and that's why I always say, giving a good warranty